Giants are back home, and they're happy about it as they get ready for a nice homestand. And tonight, it's game one of a four-game series. It's the Pirates. It's the Giants. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants go 3-4 on the trip. They go 2-1 against the Dodgers, so that's a good thing. Now you got a nice homestand, and it'll be the Pirates coming into town, and Madison Bumgarner on the hill.
Well, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they lead the National League in batting average as a team, hitting .267. That tops the National League. So, I mean, this is a team that will put runners on, and they're going to face a guy who's pretty confident. Madison Bumgarner right now is on a roll in this ballpark. The question is, how many runs can the Giants score? Look, they just came back off a 7-day road trip, and in those 7 games, they scored 16 runs. Now, they won 3 of those games, which is kind of remarkable. 9 of those runs were in one game. Basically, they need to crank up the bats. They need to create opportunity, and they need money hits, and that'll be the challenge this whole week.
All right, should be fun tonight here on this Monday night back home at Oracle Park. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this. Pirates-Giants baseball, our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. It's 67 degrees. The winds are a bit brisk. The humidity is at 68%, and it is windy. All right, here's the Pirates lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Newman, Reynolds, former Giant, and then Cabrera, Ozuna, and Reyes. Stallings is going to hit in the 6th slot. Then it's Tucker Gonzalez and the pitcher, Trevor Williams.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Madison Bumgarner, the Giants veteran lefty. He's in his 10th year at the big league level. He is 6'4", 250 pounds, the pride of Hickory, North Carolina. This is what he has done this year. In 30 starts, 9-8 with a 3.81 ERA, 181 innings, and 179 strikeouts against just 37 walks. Lifetime against the Pittsburgh Pirates, he is 3-5 with a 3.22 ERA. He's always pitched well. Has never had great support against these Pirates. This is how he goes about his business. He's going to give you a fastball about 43% of the time. It's going to average right around 91 miles per hour. He has a cutter that he can flatten it out. He can put some tilt to it. He's also got a curveball and a changeup. And he will throw anything at any time. Let's take a look at the Giants defense. It's brought to you by Geico, starting their outfield from left to right. It'll be Yastrzemski, Pilar, and Davis. Good arms across the board. Crawford and Longoria, they'll be on the left side of the infield. Dubon and Bell will be on the right side. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So Madison Bumgarner taking a 3-5 lifetime record against the Pirates into this ball game, and he'll be facing Kevin Newman, who has taken over the shortstop position for this Pirates organization. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's hit high into Triple's alley, but I do believe somebody's there. It's going to be Davis who makes the catch, and that's how this game gets started.
Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the most aggressive teams in baseball. They go up there and they want to hack. They lead the National League in batting average as a team at .267, but they're not messing around. They're getting that batter's box and they want to hit.
Well, shades of the days of Manny Sanguillen.
It's so true, and it's kind of their history.
Reynolds takes low. Reynolds, of course, went over to the Pirates in the Andrew McCutchen deal, and he has been a sensation for the Pirates. He's hitting at .327. He's never faced Bumgarner before, and he swings and misses. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. With the former Giant Melky Cabrera on deck. Just underway here at Oracle Park on a Monday night. Check swing 1 and 2. Calling balls and strikes is Chad Fairchild. Then it's Emil, Blackney, and Estabrook from first to third. It's Blakeney. 1-2 to Reynolds. Low and in.
You mentioned Chad Fairchild, the plate umpire. I mean, he's kind of a rule book umpire. You'll see balls at the knees called a strike. You'll see balls at the belts called a strike. He does not have big corners, and there can be some inconsistency. So you may see a few stank eye stares from Madison Bumgarner tonight towards the plate umpire.
Got him on a pitch in the dirt. Posey's going to have to hurry, and they got him. Well, Giants fans, with Xfinity X-Fi, you get the ultimate control of your home in-home Wi-Fi. Pause the Wi-Fi on any connected devices, use on your network, and more. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X-Fi. Here's Cabrera. Cabrera hitting .282 with 7 home runs, 43 driven in. And he takes a call strike. Oh for 3 lifetime against Madison Bumgarner. And he takes the pitch down low.
Kind of an average wind here at the ballpark tonight, so you will see carry more towards center than left or right.
This is foul.
Take a look at most wins following a team loss in the National League this season. Max Scherzer on top of the list with 8. Madison Bumgarner tied with Sonny Gray, Jordan Lyles, German Marquez, Aaron Nola, Caleb Smith, Steven Strasburg. 7 stop jobs.
Two and two on the pitch outside.
I mean, that's the reputation you want to get if you're a starting pitcher. Be a guy that can stop a slide.
And now Cabrera asks for time.
I mean, that's one of the big 3 things, I think. The other thing is being an innings eater.
Pitch down and in. Got him, and that'll end the inning. 2 strikeouts for Bumgarner. Giants are coming up. Yastrzemski will lead it off.
On the hill tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be the right-hander Trevor Williams. He's in his 3rd year at the big league levels. Trevor Williams from San Diego, 6'3", 230-pounder. That's what he's done in 22 starts, 7-6 with a 5.16 ERA. He really got off to a rough start, but he has since righted his ship. When he's right, you're going to see a fastball that's low to mid-90s, more lows than mids. He's got a slider and a changeup, and his changeup really, he uses it more to lefties than he does to righties. So kind of a 3-pitch guy.
Starts out Yastrzemski with a fastball for a called strike. 270 with 19 home runs. He's got 51 runs batted in. And he takes outside. Posey, Belt, Longoria, Pilar, and Crawford have all faced Williams. The young guys have not. And it just misses. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's his changeup, and he'll use it more towards lefty, as we mentioned. Against the Giants, he's 1-0 with a 1.42 ERA. That's in 3 career starts for the former Sun Devil out of Arizona State.
Posey watching from the on-deck circle. 3-2. Maybe a little bit outside, but he gets the call.
2-seamer. Take a look at the movement. Yeah, scrape the edge maybe. Hey, the Molina boys are back.
Tap foul. And once again, the non-3-2 fastball.
It's now called the changeup count. 2-0, 1-0, 3-1, 3-2. Used to be a fastball count, no longer.
Down the left field line and out of play. There's a fastball. And the pitch is high. It's an 8-pitch walk.
Let's take a look at the defense that the Pirates will employ tonight behind Trevor Williams. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Reyes, Reynolds, and Cabrera. Tucker and Gonzalez on the left side of the infield. It'll be Newman and Osuna on the right side. Jacob Stallings, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
Buster's 4 for 7 lifetime against Trevor Williams. And that's the first time I've ever seen that. A sneak attack bunt from Buster Posey.
I don't even know if any scout has even got it in his report that Buster Posey will try and drag him.
You know what? He had pretty good form.
It's perfect form. Either make it perfect or make it foul.
There's the bunt. Gonzalez an off-balance throw, and they tag out Posey. Ozuna came off the bag. So it'll be a sacrifice for Buster Posey.
That's his first career sacrifice bunt. And as he runs by Jose Osuna over at on the first base line, Osuna's tag may have hit him high up around the neck. I mean, it was not by design, but let's take a look at our Exmo. It's brought to you by Subaru, and it does. It gets him right in the chin.
Here's Belt. And Belt hits one into center field for a base hit. He finally got one where shortstops usually play.
Well, Mike Yastrzemski had to freeze. I mean, it's a line drive, kind of a soft line drive. And as he's getting off the base, I mean, he doesn't know if there's a guy behind him that can catch that ball. So he's going back to the base as he's taught. So no chance for a score there, but that was a fag.
Well, here's another opportunity in the first inning for the Giants. They did it in every game in Los Angeles, and they only cashed in one time, and that was in the win, the 1-0 win. So here's Longoria. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. With Pilar to follow. In tight, 2 balls and no strikes. The Pirates are coming from Pittsburgh, where they took on the Cardinals in a 3-game series. They beat the Cardinals on Friday night, but then they lost the next 2.
There's their skipper, Clint Hurdle.
Swing and a miss. Longoria's trying to bounce back after a game yesterday. He struck out 4 times.
Yeah, those are days you want to forget. That's the good thing about baseball, though. You can have a day like that. You don't have to sit on it a whole long time. One day you're back in the saddle and you can atone for your 0 for 4 with 4 Ks.
2-2. It was a situation like this in the first inning yesterday. Giants had Urias on the ropes, first and third, 1 out, and Urias struck out Longoria. The pitch in tight, 3-2.
Longoria hit .219 with runners in scoring position. So when he gets these at bats, you know he's thinking good thoughts because of that number.
Belt goes out of play. Am I wrong, or has the sun gotten to the point where it doesn't affect anymore at 6:45?
6:45, not an issue. Sun was at the very top of the batter's eye in center field, and it really, the vision that every hitter has had this game has essentially been pretty good. You haven't had to deal with reflective sheen.
And a base hit for Longoria. Belt's going to stop at second. It's 1-0.
See, 4 strikeouts forgotten.
I'll help you forget about it. Absolutely.
Well, he does it at a 2-strike count.
Here's Pilar.
One thing great about doing something good in September, when you have like 10 extra guys on the dugout, you're going to get a pretty good gauntlet of congratulations.
Oh, you're going to get more hugs than you need. So here's Pilar, leads his team in home runs and RBIs. And he takes one right down the pipe, and it's no balls and a strike.
1 to measure, 1 to rake.
Belt at second, Longoria at first. On the ground, foul. It's almost like Pilar's like, I'm not going to take 2 pitches in a row. There's the congrats that Mike's talking about.
Yeah, there's the pats on the back, pats on the helmet, high fives, Apwas, which is an athletic pat with a squeeze. Big celebration. Takes you a while. I mean, for some guys, they just kind of quit halfway through it. It's all the abuse they could take.
That's it. Foul back. You got a fastball up. Crawford is on deck, and then Jalen Davis.
All I want for my 10th birthday is Pilar's autograph and a win. That's pretty good wishes.
Absolutely. One and two. This will be pitch number 23 for Trevor Williams. His problem in this inning is he walked the leadoff hitter. He gets the sign from Stallings. And he got him with a high fastball. So Pilar gone, and here's Crawford.
Take a look at the elevator fastball. Look at the target. It's exactly where Stallings wanted the pitch. And Williams paints the glove. Good pitch.
Crawford hitting .226 with 11 home runs, 54 runs batted in. He's had 8 lifetime at bats against Trevor Williams, and he's 0 for 8. No balls and 1 strike. Changeup right out of bed.
Well, it's one of his big weapons, the lefties, and it's a good one. Got a little tail that runs away, and he's been really good about locating on the outside corner.
And the next pitch is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Down low. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty good pitch, though. Belt at second, Longoria at first. 2 outs, a run in. On the ground, but it's right at the second baseman, Newman. And that'll end the inning. Giants on the board. We've played 1 inning. It's the Giants 1 and the Pirates. Now we'll go after Jose Osuna. And Bumgarner's 12th pitch is a called strike.
Osuna, gap to gap guy.
Fouls this one at the plate, and it's 0-2.
And he loves to swing it.
On deck is Pablo Reyes and then Jacob Stallings. In tight. Giants went to Pittsburgh in the early part of the season. I think it was in May, and the Pirates took 2 out of 3. One of those games was that 5-inning rain shortened game that everybody kind of felt like the Giants got hosed. One ball and 2 strikes. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And he fouls it off the backstop.
Talked about how aggressive this Pirate team is. As a team, they have 387 walks this year. That second lowest. Only the Marlins have fewer walks at 346. And for Osuna, in 188 at bats, he's walked 11 times. He's just up there to swing it. It's kind of how they roll.
Well, he's worked it to a 3-2 count. And he lifts it out to right. Davis on the move, and Davis will watch this one sail into the seats.
Well, he didn't catch it, but he got it. And he found a young player. It's not the first time that guy's had a play. Now let's take a look at the effort. I got it. I got this one. He held it long enough.
Well, in San Francisco, when you try to make a basket catch, you have to catch it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they send you to Southern California. And a walk, and let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, the Chase Center just down the street here from Oracle Park is open and operating, which means it's going to be a very busy week. So we want to give fans a heads up. If you're coming to games this week, 4 different nights. There will be overlapping events with concerts at the Chase Center and games here at Oracle Park. September 10th, 11th, 13th, and 14th. All of those nights, people are going to be doubling up. So you are encouraged to get here early if you can. Take public transportation, bike or walk. If you drive and need to park, they encourage you to park north of Oracle Park if you're coming to a Giants game. It'll be easier to get in and out. For more tips, sfgiants.com/transportation. Gentlemen?
Yes. Be smart. Here's the 0-1 to Reyes. And a healthy swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. I think like anything else, when this ballpark opened in 2000, it took a little while before everybody figured out the best way to get here, where to park, how to navigate things. This is popped up into center field for Pilar. Tough sky right now, 1 out.
Well, the MLB Ballpark app will complete and compete in your next visit to Oracle Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem special check-in offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Compete and complete. Well, the one thing that Chase Center is like Oracle Park. I mean, you've got options. You can come by rail, by light rail, by boat, car, bus, scooter, skateboard. Got options.
I think they got a plane that can land in the water, I think. No, I made that up.
That's Steph Curry's.
It's called Uber plane.
Uber copter. And they had that.
Here's Stallings. Stallings hitting 260. He's a big fella. And he fouls it back. It's nothing in 2. Big fellas take big swings, and that was a big swing.
Well, he's up there trying to do damage.
On the ground and a base hit. So he kind of hooked that curveball into left field, and here's Cole Tucker.
Tell you, that really wasn't a hanger either from Madison Bumgarner. That was a breaking ball on the outside corner at the knees. But when you're as tall as Stallings, you can go out there and hook that. Not many guys can do that.
Tucker in that series in Pittsburgh. He was just brought up. It was his debut, and he hit a home run in the bottom of the 5th inning. It cleared the wall and started to rain, and that was the difference of the game. They waited for a while and then called it. On the ground to third. Longoria is going to have to hurry, and he makes a nice play.
Well, he defined early that he was going to have to make that play with the bare hand. He was not going to have time for an exchange. Cole Tucker runs well, and he really didn't have a lot of backswing. He gets out of the box pretty well. But for Longoria, nice play and a perfect strike. What do you always say? How you grab it, how you get it is how you're going to throw it.
And plus, it's kind of an in-between barehander, which is not the easiest thing to do. You like those ones that are closer to the ground. It gives you a lot better way to gauge picking it up. Here's Gonzalez.
Take a look at the height. This is the tweener you're talking about, just below the knee. Kind of got it low in the hand, rolled it out to the fingertips. It completes the toss. All the while chewing bubble gum.
It's important. Lifted out to Pilar, and hopefully he sees it. And that'll end the inning. Davis is going to lead things off.
Brought to you by Jeep. Hurry in to the Jeep Adventure Days event for a great deal.
Well, on Friday, September 13th and Friday the 27th, it's T-Mobile Family Friday nights. Discounted tickets for as low as $20, and $10 off splash tickets can be used for food, beverage, and merchandise. For T-Mobile Family Friday offers and more, visit sfgiants.com/T-Mobile. So here's Davis. And Davis takes one right back to where it came from. 1 out. And that'll bring up Mauricio Dubon, who should get a nice round of applause.
He should. I mean, he had himself a pretty nice road trip. Plus, he had a double and a home run against Clayton Kershaw in a game where the Giants won it, and Kershaw didn't get to the 5th.
Puts him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Giants fans, you bet.
And a strike with Madison Bumgarner on deck.
Two perfect pitches. Sinker down and in, strike 1. Nasty curveball down and away at the knees, strike 2. Rough 2-pitch combination. Just a little reminder that you're in the big leagues.
0-2 pitch. Hit high to right field. Cabrera back, still back, and now in front of the wall. He makes the catch.
I tell you, last homestand when the ball was carrying to right field, that's out of here.
I agree.
And that's one thing we've found out about this guy. He doesn't really shorten up in the 2-strike counts, but he makes contact. He covers it with a little drive.
Here's Bumgarner. 7 for 57 on the year, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Down low. On the ground, foul.
Ooh, he got himself a fastball. Our ball dude, 0 for 1. Aaron Strout.
Aaron was needing a workout. It's okay, Aaron. We'll start the game when you get the ball.
Well, let's take a look at Aaron's effort. 0 for 1. See, he could have been in the Ball Dude Hall of Fame if he gets dirty on that and dives.
Yeah, you got to learn how to play the carom down there. Yeah, not your fault, Aaron.
That's left Brown over in the first base side. He's a Rawlings guy.
And Bumgarner out on a half swing, and that'll end the inning. After 2 here at Oracle Park, it's a 1-0 lead for the Giants. The Rogers brothers, the Joseph brothers, and then Colin Moran and Brian Moran. Actually, there's more than I thought. Actually, there's a lot more than I thought. But of course, we'll highlight Rogers and Rogers.
That's very cool. Your brother played professional baseball.
Yes, he did.
Your brother Glenn. That's a good shirt right there. He's feeling it.
Here's the pitcher, Trevor Williams, to lead things off, and he takes a strike.
Williams, pretty good hitter, hitting 167. I mean, he looks like he's got a clue in the box. I mean, the way he stands up there, you're thinking, this guy, I gotta take this guy seriously.
One and two. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that appearance-wise, if you stand in there, it can make you think, well, yeah, this guy might be able to hit a little bit. Not that time. Now the Moran brothers did face off on Thursday. Brother to face brother, and mom and dad are like, we didn't see that one coming.
That's bragging rights at Thanksgiving, I got to tell you. And what do you think he said to him? Act like it.
So it was the older brother that struck out the younger brother. There's a called strike to Kevin Newman. Newman saw one pitch and he hit a fly ball to right field in the first. Bounces this one to Longoria. It's a fair ball. Off balance throw. And you got the big stretch over at first. 2 down.
Well, the Giants are home through Sunday the 15th, and you can take advantage of a special discount at the Dugout Store. Alaska Airlines Visa Signature card holders will receive 20% off the entire purchase at the Giants Dugout Store here at Oracle Park. You must use an Alaska Airlines Visa Signature card to receive this 20% discount. Terms apply. See store for details.
I mean, that just, I said it yesterday, that sounds too good to be true. Reynolds to right field. Davis coming in, and he makes the catch. And it's a quick inning for Bumgarner. Top of the order coming up.
Looking good has never.
Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski, and it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Yastrzemski opened up the bottom of the first with a walk. And he eventually scored the only run in this game. Here he rolls it foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Buster Posey on deck. Sharply on the ground, but the backhand by Newman.
Well, this Giants game is brought to you by Monterey Bay Aquarium. Keep your eye on the conservation ball. Skip the plastic straws you don't need. Use a reusable water bottle. Share the love. Share your voice. All right, September 9th, 1959, Brothers Giants game. Giants play the Pirates, won that game. 60 years ago today. They were there. Well, nice going, guys. Your parents raised you right.
Here's Buster, who had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning.
You know, we have that conversation around the Bay Area a lot. People come up to us and they'll tell you, hey, we saw the Giants play at Seals Stadium. And we always say the same thing. What do you remember about it? And their recollections are fantastic. Everything about where the ball carried.
On the ground foul. It's 2-1.
How the lights worked or didn't work. Where they used to sit. What they used to eat. It just, what a great place to watch a game. And they all loved it.
Here's a 2-1 pitch, and Buster rolls it foul again. It's 2-2. You know, we ask the same questions when people say, well, we saw a game at the Polo Grounds, we saw a game at Evans Field. You always ask, you know, what was it like? Because we miss those old ballparks.
Well, they were all good books. They're all different.
Buster's got a base hit. The magic Wandu to right field, and that'll bring up Belt.
Well, this is about as good a breaking ball as you could throw. If you're Trevor Williams, you're thinking, man, I just got burned. That ball was down below the strike zone, outside corner. Posey, just a flick of the wrist. Big league knock.
Belt singled in the first inning. And he hits one into right center field. It's going to fall. Posey read it right away. He's going to go to third. It's first and third with 1 out. Giants haven't hit the ball hard yet this inning.
Oh, you're right. I mean, Trevor Williams has to feel like he's getting beat to death with a wet noodle. Ball gets up the bat, jams it, but there's nobody there. They stacked up the left center field side and gave him the gap in right center. He just throws a little dead bird out there. Hawk Harrelson used to call it a duck snort.
And a thing of beauty.
Meanwhile, in Houston, I say that's a big score. Yesterday they won 21-1. Houston is swinging the bats of late. The last 3 years.
Longoria to third. Will they turn it? They will. And that'll end the inning. Longoria came through in the first. Not so much here in the third. It's here at Oracle Park. It's the top of the 4th inning. And Bumgarner to face Cabrera, Osuna, and Pablo Reyes in a 1-0 lead for the Giants. And it's down and in for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Bumgarner with 38 pitches. He's allowed 1 hit. He's issued a walk. He's got 3 strikeouts. And a foul out of play to even the count at a ball and a strike.
Giants know Milka Cabrera. I mean, he hits the ball all over the place. Just a well-balanced hitter. Tough to get him off stride. Tough to get his legs out of his swing.
And he takes that pitch high. 2 balls and a strike. Little flare, but it's going to be Dubon who's going to put it away.
Well, when startups need money, they go to Sand Hill Road in Silicon Valley, and that's the inspiration behind NBC Bay Area's podcast, Sand Hill Road, hosted by Scott McGrew, featuring conversations with the Valley's power players. Subscribe right now. New episodes are available.
Ozuna drew a walk in the second. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Belt off the line at first. Everybody else straight away. And a swing and a miss. Jacob Stallings on deck. And it's low. 2 balls and a strike. Pirates have played 30 games against the National League West, and they're 2 games under 500. There's a foul back. It's 2-2. How the Giants done against the Central? Well, they're 13-16.
Well, right now it's time to eat.
Yeah, these guys are the happiest 3 guys in Northern California.
They were thinking about this on the way right over here.
4 guys.
Psyched.
Hit well into left center field. Pilar has a beat on it, I think. Back to the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. Nice play, Kevin Pilar. 2 down.
It's tough to bet against Superman. The thing he knows so well is how to time his momentum to the wall. He is going to get max out of his jumping ability. Measures it out and watch the time leap right into a high backhand, and he puts it right in the sweet spot.
You know what? I'm going to say he knew exactly where he was.
Yep.
So here's Reyes. I believe I said Stalling was on deck. It was Reyes, and he popped out to Pilar in the 2nd inning. And the pitch is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Out of play down the right field line. 1-2.
He set that target inside and he missed away. That doesn't happen a whole lot with Bumgarner. He's been in such a good groove. If he throws something soft away and he wants to bury the fastball in on a right-handed hitter, he does not miss that location very often. That last time he did.
Got him. And that'll end the inning. 4 strikeouts. The highlight this half inning. Kevin Pilar getting up there. It remains 1-0 Giants. Giants are the 1-0 lead. As you take a look right at the Lefty O'Doul Bridge.
That they're fixing right now.
And it'll be Pilar.
Only has 2 lanes on it right now.
Pilar takes a strike. On the ground to 3rd and the backhand. Nicely done by Gonzalez in the dirt. Ozuna digs it out. All around. Nice play. Well, Monday, September 23rd. It's time to stand up to the powerful and fight back. Jimmy Smits. And introducing Caitlin McGee in Bluff City Law. Monday, September 23rd at NBC. Here's Crawford. Crawford bounced out to 2nd. And he takes down low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Wants a changeup away.
Foul.
And that was a 2-seamer away. See how the Pirates are playing, Brandon Crawford. That's our StatCast AI powered by AWS. Pretty straightaway in the outfield with about 4 steps from straightaway center over to the left center field side. And there's the changeup. One thing about Williams, he hasn't missed high. When he's gone up high, it's been by design. And when he's missed down low, it's like a good curveball on that last 1-2 count. That's right where you want to throw it.
Crawford out of play as he goes the other way. On deck is Jalen Davis. Look who got it.
Oh, that's great. Fits right through his glove. That babe. Dad's got his. He's got his.
Crawford out swinging. 2 down.
And that's what a good changeup will do. It'll set up a fastball, make him look quicker. 3rd strikeout for Williams.
Crawford now 0 for 10 lifetime against Trevor Williams.
And I think that changeup has a lot to do with it, the 0 for 10. It's a good weapon. I mean, he really uses it a lot to lefties, and Crawford will attest to that.
Look out. Hit him. Davis turned away from it like you're supposed to do, but it just nicked him.
Well, a 2-seam grip, you're going to get a heat seeker that's going to bore in on you. He really had nowhere to go. Just clipped his elbow piece.
I think he's disappointed. I think he wants to hit.
He wants to hit. Think about it. His first at bat was a 1-pitch at bat. He swung at a breaking ball and hit a comeback of the pitcher. So he's been thinking about that at bat for a while. And here he gets hit. Giants will take it, but he wanted a little more out of that at bat.
Dubon hit a ball well to right field, but it was caught right in front of archway number 5. He's been in the big leagues for about 2 weeks, and already the overshift.
Does not take long. I mean, serious business. You have 4 at bats, you hit the ball hard 3 times, they're going to put a shift on you.
It's the norm. In tight.
League's still trying to figure out Mauricio Dubon. You look at him as he sets up in the box, you think, well, I could jam this kid. But he's been good. He's been able to hit that inside pitch.
That one's hard to hit. If you're going to get that pitch, it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you're certainly not going to look for it a 1-0 count. Tight little breaking ball, and it's a gift. The 1-0 count, which is now called the not a fastball count.
Yeah. Bumgarner on deck. It's 2-1. Next pitch will be number 60.
I think the Giants really did a good job of, on this last road trip, was getting pitches out of pitchers.
Davis goes. It's a strike. And they got him. That'll end the inning. After 4, it's 1-0 Giants.
Ever Giant Bill Lasky. It's our annual date when we get to talk about the Giants fantasy camp, of which Bill runs. This program, Bill, has become so popular. There's not 1, there's 2 happening in the offseason. What can you tell folks about it?
Well, we're doing 2 this year because everybody wants to try to hit a ball out of the Cove. So we're going to do one here in Oracle in November. It's a 2-day camp. And you can wear any uniform we want. I mean, we're inviting everybody to come out. Just come out and enjoy that. We got 44 campers. We got about 32 left. We got a dozen left. And then the other one's the week-long one. We're going to do something different. We're going to do it in March, so a little later in the year, right after spring training, a little warmer, but that's the week-long one.
And the week-long one is in Arizona, down in Scottsdale. If people are thinking about it, they're like, I've always wanted to try this. Who should come out for this? All walks of life?
All walks of life. Last year we had 9 females. It was great. Amy, it was awesome. And
I need to do it.
She can play, don't get me wrong. You know, men of all ages, 25 years or older is kind of where we cap it. But a lot of times the father wants to bring his son. We kind of turn it around a little bit. But it's a fun time. It's any type of baseball player. You don't have to be a great baseball player. I have great coaches that will teach you as the week or the 2-day camp I have here.
All right, give fans some scoop. Who are they going to meet? What other Forever Giants are working with you on these camps?
Well, of course, my sidekick, Vida Blue, Joe Youngblood, Scotty Garrelts, Mark Davis, some great Giants, Ed Halicki. I could go right down the road. But it's Giants, and they're all Forever Giants. They're great guys, and they're great coaches, and they're awesome storytellers.
And if you would like to sign up, where should they go?
sfgiants.com/fantasy camp, or you could call me at 1-800-411-1919, and I'll even pick up the phone.
Bill Lasky giving out his digits on the broadcast. Dwayne and Mike.
This game is tied. Stallings with his 5th of the year. I'd say he got both cheeks into that one.
Yeah, he got both cheeks into that. He's 6'4", 220, and he gets extended. So 2 hits tonight for Stallings, and this one hurts, and it is right out on a tee. That was loud.
Here's Cole Tucker. Tucker bounced out to Longoria, and he takes a strike.
One thing you're not going to intimidate is Madison Bumgarner to the strike zone. You throw a pitch to the hitter's pitch, he hits it out, he washes it clean, he gets right back on the hill, and he gets right back in the zone. And veteran pitchers are all pretty much that way. You have to be to pitch up here.
On the ground to Longoria. So Tucker will bounce out for the 2nd time to the Giants' 3rd baseman. And here's Eric Gonzalez. Gonzalez popped out to Pilar in the 2nd. And a base hit.
They go up and they hack.
Swing it. That they do.
I mean, that was the motto of the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates that won the World Championship. The "We Are Family Pirates." And they called them Lumber and Lightning. They could hit. And they were aggressive. They didn't wait around.
See what Williams does. He struck out in the 3rd. You think he's going to be trying to lay down a bunt. And he bunts it out in front of home plate. Posey's going to go to 2nd, and Crawford tagged him.
Immediately the Pirates head to the phone, and they will check this. The question is whether or not Crawford was able to maintain contact with the base when he caught the ball. The throw from Posey kind of ran off the base.
Yeah, they got him.
Didn't matter. He tagged him.
Newman is flied out to right and bounced out to 3rd. And it's low. 1 ball and no strikes.
When you get an aggressive team like the Pirates, one of the ideas, if you're out there on the mound, you have a command like Bumgarner has, is pitch to the corners. Imagine in your mind that it's not an 0-0 count on the first pitch of the bat. Imagine in your mind it's an 0-1 count. So you throw it more to a location that you prefer. You don't have to challenge out over the middle of the strike zone. Let that aggressiveness that hitter has help you out. You're helping him out if you're giving him a good location in the strike zone. Pitch just like that.
Belt's got it. And that's going to end the inning. That might have scored Gonzalez. Dubon, Bumgarner, and then Yastrzemski. The home run by the catcher Stallings has tied this game.
Hey, there's Donatella. It's Tokidoki night tonight here at the ballpark.
Base hit on the first pitch.
Well, the My Teams app is your source for live stream Giants game, plus all the news and notes on your favorite teams. The Giants return home after taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, and the latest on the 49ers and Raiders. Well, you can get all that info on the My Teams app. Highlights, articles, podcasts, and much more. It's all on the My Teams app, so check it out.
Bumgarner struck out in the second. See if Bruce Bochy's going to ask him to bunt. 1 ball and no strikes. No signs.
No sign. Doesn't mean that Bochy won't put it on the next pitch. But in a 1-0 count here in a bunt situation, all Bochy wants is to get a fastball for Bumgarner.
Dubon with good speed. He's at first.
So I got to ask you a question. We watched the 4th inning end, and Mauricio Dubon saw a couple pitches in the at bat. Then we saw Jalen Davis get thrown out trying to steal a pitch. Now Dubon comes back and leads the next inning off. Is that going to help him seeing all those pitches in that at bat that ended the inning when the runner got thrown out? No, I mean, knowing you're going to lead off the next inning.
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure it did.
Because he was not fooled on that breaking ball. That wasn't really a hanger. No, it's just not something you normally see from Bumgarner. He's a pretty good bunter. So that winds up being a frustrating at bat and an unproductive out. Breaking ball from Williams. Garner may have broken his bat. Yeah, didn't do any good.
Just the angle. Was just a little off. Here's Yastrzemski, and he rolls it foul, and it's 0-1. Good at bat in the third, but he hit it very hard right to the second baseman Newman.
Yeah, you can be mad. By the time he gets back out there on the mound, he'll be fine. just a bit low, and we've seen that pitch called a strike.
One ball and one strike. Buster Posey on deck. We're in the 5th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game.
Pretty straightaway defense. You don't see infield defenses play that evenly. That's symmetrical very often anymore.
Two balls and a strike.
But one of the things that Yastrzemski has really impressed the National League with this year is his ability to hit the left field. Righties, lefties, and with power.
He does have opposite field juice, that's for sure. Three and one. This pitch will be number 70 for Trevor Williams. Good swing, and that got home plate umpire Fairchild.
I got flush. Jacob Stallings immediately turned around to see if Fairchild was all right. I mean, you got to be tough if you're going to umpire, because it's inevitable you're going to take shots like that. That was full on, and that is an ultra light mask that he has. His masks weigh 1/3 of what they used to weigh, and that rocked him.
So 3-2. It's likely Dubon's going to be going. He goes, and it's low, ball 4.
Nice at bat.
Here's Buster Posey. When you walk out of Busch Stadium in St. Louis in the tunnel by the Cardinals clubhouse, they have a picture of the umpires that are in the Hall of Fame. Walked by a picture of Nestor Shylock, who was a longtime umpire when I was playing, and he got hit just like that when I was at the plate, and it knocked his dentures out.
Oh, jeez. On the ground?
It not in his mask, but when he took his mask out, they fell to the ground.
Oh, jeez. So what'd you do?
Well, I couldn't laugh, right? Yeah.
Why not?
Well, the guy in the first row at Cleveland Municipal Stadium laughed, and he kicked him out of the game. He kicked the fan out of the game. I love that guy.
Oh, you had to bite your tongue.
I love that guy. Well, then he put his dentures back in, and they were dirty, and they. I mean, I never wore dentures, but I got to believe you got to have a nice clean fit.
Yeah, well, normally
This
you
was
don't
not
want
a
any dirt in there
clean
or
fit.
chalk.
Snap throw to first, and now Dubon wisely goes to third.
That's baseball instinct.
Absolutely. He did that without the ball rolling away. He did that as soon as Stallings threw to first.
Well, you see that from a young player, you get excited. It's baseball IQ. And the only way you do that is if you've played a lot of baseball. That move right there from Dubon at second base tells me he was in the street a lot playing this game.
It's 1-1 to Buster Posey. Runner goes, hit and run, and a swing and a foul. It's going to be a stolen base for Yastrzemski.
Buster's saying that he didn't foul tip the ball. Bochy's coming out. If he foul tips the ball and he catches the ball, and then the other question is if it's catcher interference. And he absolutely interferes.
Yeah, he hit the glove. That's not reviewable.
That's what Bruce Bochy's talking about right now. It is not reviewable.
Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, it should be. I agree.
Gets him with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
You can sense the frustration for Posey, and that's a bad break for the Giants. That would have loaded the bases with 1 out.
So here's Belt. Belt is 2 for 2.
Interference, obstruction, non-reviewable.
I'd like to hear what our partner Dave Fleming is saying about this.
Well, it's probably about a 4-minute dissertation.
Yeah, like, just get rid of it. That's his deal.
Yeah, if
he doesn't want it.
If he doesn't like it, get rid of it. And he's not a big fan of replay.
That's the point. It doesn't matter if it's a call against the Giants or for the Giants. He doesn't want it.
No, he does not. And he's been adamant about that for the last couple of years. Perfect 2-0 pitch. He's got a base to play with, so he can nibble on that 2-0. And you would think that he would nibble, and that Belt's got a couple of knocks tonight.
Foul. 2-2.
So a 2-0 fastball away, and then he comes in on the inside corner with a fastball and a 2-1 count.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Good speed on the base paths. And they'll get a 2-out jump. Any ball hit, they'll get a great chance to score.
Well into center field. On the move is Reynolds. Still on the move. Off the top of the wall. Dubon scores. Yastrzemski scores. Belt with a double. It's 3-1. That's how you pick up your teammate. And his 3rd hit.
And you're absolutely right. Buster Posey's strikeout is forgotten. And in a 2-strike count, Williams drops it down and in, and Belt makes him pay. That is a zone that he has covered since the day he walked into the big leagues. 2/3 of the way up the wall. And with the speed of Yastrzemski and Dubon, they jog in.
Longoria with an RBI single in the 1st, and then he hit into a double play in the 3rd. There's a strike. One ball and one strike.
Nothing hurts a pitcher more than a 2-out RBI, unless it's a 2-out, 2 RBI swing of the bat. And anything that gets added on with 2 outs after that is just another nail.
Well, how about with a base open? 1 and 2.
We already talked about Belt having 2 hits. And base open, 2 strike count. And he just got lazy in the zone. And now it's a 3-hit night for Brandon Belt. But that was the big hit.
Belt with his lead. In tight 2 and 2. The pitch is starting to add up. 84.
Well, you want to be 75 or less at the end of 5. So you can tell how just this 27 pitch first inning and 24 pitch 5th inning hurt him.
So the 2-2 pitch is high. It's 3 and 2 with Pilar on deck. Belt with his lead. Full foul.
0 for 2.
That's a bad hop.
Aaron Stroud.
He's got this run down though. Actually, Reyes is going to help him out.
Got his golf shoes on. All right, let's check it out. Note to self: don't wear golf shoes to a baseball game.
It's either the 2-day fantasy camp or the week. We're not quite sure.
Yeah, he'll tee him up at the Cal Club tomorrow, and he'll have some red dirt on those shoes.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Williams ends up striking out the side, but the Giants on the Belt, 2-out double. They're not going to pair. They lead 3-1. As Brian Reynolds is going to lead things off. He's 0 for 2. He lined out to Jalen Davis in right field in his last at bat, and he takes a high strike, and it's 0-1.
Reynolds, a rookie. Some great rookie seasons this year around baseball. Pete Alonso, Fernando Tatis Jr. Put Brian Reynolds on the list. Solid season.
Good pitch, 1 and 2.
That backdoor breaking ball is giving him fits though. But that's been a good weapon of Madison Bumgarner for a long time.
Buster digging it out. It's 2 and 2. The 2-2 in a full count.
At bat that Reynolds had the first inning when he struck out on that breaking ball towards his back foot is right where Bumgarner wants to go and see if he'll bite again. Reynolds, to his credit, he's not biting.
On the ground, foul.
Reynolds from Vanderbilt University. A lot of guys from the Vanderbilt program in the ballpark tonight. And there's one of them.
The payoff. Well into left center field. Pilar is going to play this one off the base of the wall. And Reynolds is going to stop at second with a double. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, a few of our four-legged friends came by the park today. Canine Guardians assistance dogs made a visit to Oracle Park because a few of their pups, well, they wanted to see a member of their family. You're looking at Mom Grace and her son Major. They came to see Grace's other son and Major's brother, Patriot. Patriot now lives with our very own Mike and Jennifer Kruko. They adopted him last year. It's a fantastic family reunion for a fantastic organization. Canine Guardians is a non-profit, fully volunteer-based organization whose goal is to raise and place specially trained dogs with disabled veterans, children battling cancer, and others with physical disabilities. If you'd like to learn more about the organization, canineguardians.org. And Mike, I know you're a big fan.
Well, yes, I am. I mean, he's a game changer in our house, and it really is an amazing organization. They do wonderful things and help a lot of people out. And thank you, Amy G.
Here's Cabrera with Reynolds at second. And this is hit into the gap. And nobody is there. It's going to score one, and Cabrera is going to stop at second. It's 3-2. So just like that, back-to-back doubles. And it's a one-run lead.
Well, talking about how well he uses the whole field. Here, a high fastball at the bell, and he just takes it and goes right to the opposite gap with it. Nice job of the Giants closing up that gap and preventing the triple. So, again, it's a one-run ball game.
Here's Ozuna. Ozuna up the middle. Crawford is going to throw him out. So an unproductive out from Ozuna. That might have been one where Melky could have taken off, but he chose not to. Reyes has popped out and struck out. And he takes a high strike, and it's 0-1.
.73 pitches. That's not even an issue tonight for Bumgarner. Pitch count. But he's grinding right now.
This is hit to our right.
Talk about the players from Vanderbilt who are in the big leagues. 3 of them are in this ballpark tonight. Reynolds, Yastrzemski, and Tyler Beatty. But let me give you a list of some other names. Dansby Swanson, Walker Buehler, Carson Fulmer, Mike Minor, David Price, Sonny Gray. That's about half of the guys who are in the big leagues today. It's not Tyler Beatty.
And a bit high, 1-2.
Mind of Bumgarner, he thought he had him.
Out of play over the Pirates dugout, third base side, and we'll reset and do it again.
Come on, Pablo!
Two doubles to open up the inning. Ozuna with the ground ball, and now Reyes finds himself behind in the count, 1-2. This is skied out to right for Davis. You mentioned Alonso, Mike. He had another one tonight.
What a rookie
47.
What a rookie year he's. Every time he hits a home run now, he's adding to his record for a rookie.
Here's Stallings' home run off of Bumgarner in the 5th inning.
That came on a first pitch. There was no doubt about it. If you're going to give up a home run, give up a big one. And that was.
Yeah, make it solo. Singled in the 2nd, homered in the 5th. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
He's got Mr. Bumgarner's full attention right now.
And he's got a base open. Two and 0.
Has an open base. He doesn't have to give into him. He's already impressed him twice. Although Bumgarner is not a guy that really likes to do that, especially after the guy just got through taking him deep. He wants to get him out. He wants to strike him out. He wants to reclaim the territory.
Buster throwing out some signs. It's 2-0. And a strike. Two-one pitch. Swinging a drive to right, but Davis is there, and that's going to end the inning. Stallings did it well. Giants hanging on. They lead 3-2.
Brought to you by your dealers.
Beforehand. 3-2 lead for the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Pillar's going to hit first. Pillar, Crawford, and Davis against Trevor Williams, who's throwing the ball very nice tonight. He's got 6 strikeouts. He's walked Yastrzemski twice, and those are his only 2 walks. And wouldn't you know it, they both scored.
Walks will haunt. And there's proof.
Pillar takes a strike.
Generous strike.
Next pitch will be number 90. Two and 1.
Well, the Pirates had Michael Feliz. He was up and thrown. He was ready to come in. So I think that Williams' leash is going to be pretty short.
On the ground, it hits the bag. It'll roll over the mound. And Pillar's got a double, and now the bullpen does indeed start to go again.
Yeah, tried to come inside on him, and Kevin Pillar very quick to that side of the plate. What he does well, though, is he stays inside this and he keeps it fair. A lot of guys hooked at it, goes foul. Nobody touched it. An easy two-bagger and a leadoff two-bagger to boot. Those always hurt a little more. So strikeout situation now here for Williams.
And Crawford, situation to get him in, get him over. Try to get that run back. And the first pitch is wide, 1-0. And Williams wants to talk to Stallings.
Well, I think this is all about changing signs. Or signs for location. Yeah, it's just a feeling you get. Catchers get it, pitchers get it. Sometimes a middle infielder senses teams are picking up signs or location. So you call in a middle infielder catcher and you change them. In today's game, it happens a lot. Just about every day, as a matter of fact, in every game. The thing that amazes me, though, is there are still a lot of guys that don't want them. They don't want help. They don't want to know what pitch is coming or what location's coming.
And a base hit for Crawford. Pillar had to stop. Crawford kind of hit a knuckleball that Tucker looked like he may have a shot at it. And it's going to put runners at the corners.
Just right off the end of the bat. Cole about another arm's length that he could have had a shot to catch this. And if you're Pillar, you have to freeze. You're not sure if that's going to get over Cole's head. Cole Tucker, the shortstop.
Davis hit by a pitch in the fourth. And he'll chase. And it's no balls and one strike. Davis is 1 for 10. His very first at bat in St. Louis in the big leagues. He had an infield hit. He has hit the ball hard a number of times, but just one hit.
Giants fans know about Taylor Davis's power. I mean, 35 home runs in the minor leagues, and he really wants to show folks here in this ballpark what kind of power he's got.
Tap slowly. And they got him at first, but Pillar scores. So it'll be an RBI for Davis. On their ground out, and the hitter is going to be Dubon.
You know, when there's nobody out runners at third base, you've got the decision to make if you're a runner at third. It's not a must-go scenario. You make the call as to whether or not you think you can score. But if you go, you pretty much have to be able to know that you can score. And watch the jump from Pillar. No hesitation. He saw that thing come off the bat. It wasn't well hit. The bounce was high. And he gets an RBI for Jalen Davis.
There's Dubon, who singled in the fifth. He eventually scored.
RBIs make you smile.
It's 4-2 Giants. Look at right back to where it came from, and now they're going to go to third. They've got Crawford in a rundown. Dubon is going to make it to second easily. So nice job by Crawford. It's not a good play from Newman.
Well,
it's good play with nobody out.
With one out, I mean, there's no real reason to risk it. But once Crawford gets hung up, then his job is to keep this pickle alive until Dubon can get the second. And Dubon knows the deal. He knows he has to get the second. So he had a runner in score position. And because of the good base running from both runners, they still have a runner in score position.
I mean, look, you understand what Newman was doing. But you also have to understand that that hitter is probably going to get in to second base anyway. Here's Bumgarner. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. Bumgarner turns around and he asks Fairchild if that was a strike. Low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 to Madison Bumgarner. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good take, guys. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, I don't think any pitcher in baseball gets pitched to like Madison Bumgarner. Maybe Greinke. I mean, there are some others. And a little low. It's 3-1. Kid in Cincinnati, Lorenzen.
Yeah,
he gets pitched.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he also plays center field.
Yeah.
As a pitcher.
And the walk.
Nice at bat. I mean, he laid off some good pitches. And that's going to be it for Williams.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back. A game. The Giants of the Marlins at 6:05. sfgiants.com. Who's pitching?
Well, Michael Feliz, the new pitcher now for the Pirates. 52nd time he's come in. 2-4 on the year. But look at the strikeouts. 65 and 50 in a third innings. And he's got a good fastball. He'll be mid to high 90s. Good slider, changeup combination.
And Yastrzemski takes outside 1-0.
First pitch changeup. That's respect. Especially for a guy who can throw in the high 90s.
Yastrzemski's done his part tonight. He's walked twice and scored both times. And there's a strike with Buster Posey on deck. This is game 1 of a 4-game series. High. 2 balls and a strike. There's the velocity you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got some reach back, no doubt. He will 2-4 seam the fastball, but he likes that fastball. He throws them a lot to righties. Throws a lot of them, especially to lefties.
He's a pitch from loading the bases.
I mean, he's got a full-on nibble going against Yastrzemski. I mean, he's just trying to shave that outside corner. Gonna try and do it again.
3-2. Bochy has always said all the years he's been here, I like guys that swing for it. And that's why he likes this guy.
Well, I mean, he's connected 19 times and put it over the wall.
Runners go. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Only a couple of hits in this inning, but Pilar a double, Crawford a single. And Davis with the ground ball to third. Giants pick up a run. It's 4-2. He's responsible for 2 RBIs and a 2-run, 2-out double. Trevor Williams has pitched fairly well, and Stallings has been the guy for the Pirates. So here's Bumgarner to face Cole Tucker. It'll be Tucker, Gonzalez, and then the pitcher spot. And we're assuming that that would be a pinch hitter. And a strike. Tucker is bounced out to Longoria twice. This is pitch number 83 coming up. And it's past Longoria. So Tucker finally got one by the Giants' third baseman, and that's a leadoff double. So the last 3 innings have gone like this with leadoff hitters: home run, double, double.
Just a little bit out past the outstretched arm. Frustrating, but like you said, he'd been picking on him all night long. Finally got one by him.
Gonzalez is 1 for 2.
No action in the Giants bullpen yet. So Bumgarner goes into strikeout mode here. Gonzalez likes to swing it. Very aggressive on that first pitch.
Bumgarner wanted it. Foul back.
Well, Madison Bumgarner on top of the National League in innings pitched is something he prides himself in, and he wants that title. He wants to be the guy that has thrown more innings than anybody else in this league this year. Should get over 200 innings. If Bumgarner does get 200 innings this year, it'll be the 7th time that he has done it in his career. As you see, a couple of right-handers. Rios on your left, Rodriguez on your right.
Down low. He did not get Gonzalez to bite. So it's 3-1. Now we're starting to see some Giants folks headed down to the bullpen. Foul back. Here's your challenge. It's 3-2.
You can see what Gonzalez is trying to do. I mean, he doesn't have a home run of the year, but you look at that swing and you kind of wonder why.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his first and tie this game up.
the walk. There's Mr. Rogers down in the bullpen.
Down to Rogers. Throwing in a very conventional arm slot. 3/4. Get a little stretched out, and then he turns into the human sling. There it is.
Here's Adam Frazier. He's going to hit as Kurt Young goes out. Say Tuesday, tomorrow night, 6:30. Pregame live at 5:30. Check them out at Willie Mays Plaza for the pregame show. And the first 500 fans are going to get an authentic fan drawstring bag plus an Orlando Cepeda cheer card as well. It all starts at 5. Frazier's a good hitter, but you'd have to think that here he's going to be asked to bunt. So we'll see. Nope. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's got 44 RBIs this year. And 490 at bats. Those are his numbers. And there's his testimony to what you said. He is a good hitter. You hit 280, you can hit.
I guess maybe, Mike, if they were going to bunt, you'd put up somebody else.
Yeah, you know, I mean, all those years we used to blame Coors Field on why Clint Hurdle never bunted, but he didn't bunt a whole lot in Pittsburgh either. With Clint Hurdle, it's all about the hit. He was a really good hitting instructor. And we know what he did with all the hitters that he developed in Colorado. He's done the same thing here in Pittsburgh. Pirates are on top of the National League in team batting average. It's not reflected as much in their runs scored, but I mean, they can hit.
Off the plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. See, Fernando Abad joins Rogers. Tony Watson on the shelf. Dubon and the infield fly rule, so Frazier's out.
As good as a strikeout.
And here's Kevin Newman. Newman had a good at bat in the 5th inning. He hit a line drive and Belt caught it. Tucker at second, Gonzalez at first. Strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, one thing Newman did in his last outing, or his last at bat, I mean, he was thinking right field. With all that low 3/4 delivery movement coming in from Bumgarner to a right-handed hitter, I mean, it's going to bore in on you. He said simply, I'm going to stay inside it and go the other way. And he hit into a little bit of bad luck as his line drive was caught by Belt.
Bumgarner agrees with Posey. Popped up. Is this Dubon again? It is. And another infield fly rule. And here's Reynolds.
.96 pitches on the night. Still throwing good stuff. Reynolds has hit the ball right on the nose twice tonight. The other time he struck out. Reynolds tied with Paul Wainer for most doubles by a rookie in Pittsburgh Pirate history.
And a strike, and it's 0-1. Here it is. Waiting on pitch number 98 coming up.
Yeah, this last at bat, the double he led off the 6th inning with, he had a really good pitch to hit. It was right down the middle. Pours that 91 in on his hands. That's cut 91. 91 may not impress you, but from a low 3/4 with a deceptive delivery and a natural 3 to 4 inch cut, it's boring in on you. It's not that easy to hit. Not even with a guy who's got a quick fat middle in like Reynolds.
Got him. Down and in, and Reynolds with a swing and a miss. It remains 4-2.
That's Transfer Credit Union Super Reward Checking. We pay you. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Giants with a 4-2 lead. Is Rios about to throw to Posey in a swing and a miss when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Yaxel Rios in his 8th game. Got a good fastball. 4 strikeouts in 6 innings. Curveball, slider, changeup completes his repertoire of 4.
Posey down the right field line. Anybody there? It's just foul. Looked like it had a shot. So it's 0-2 to Buster Posey. On the ground, foul. Really nice play by Aaron Stroud. For those of you who are in another room, that was a diving play.
You know what? Yes, it was.
For those of you who actually saw it, well, you know that it wasn't. Got him. Good pitch. It's a strikeout for Rios, and that'll bring up Belt, who's having a great night.
Pirates claimed Yaxel Rios off of the waivers from the Phillies August 3rd of this year. See, a guy throws 98. He's got a changeup like that. You're thinking, man.
Slowly hit. Tucker is going to throw him out.
Well, if you don't have time to scroll through today's news feed, now you can catch up on the stories you really want while you're on the go. Watch Synced In on Instagram, hosted by NBC Bay Area's Abby Fernandez. Find NBC Bay Area on Instagram.
Longoria, 1 for 3. Low. 1 ball and no strikes. The Mets slowed down the D-backs tonight. Jacob deGrom and the Mets beat the D-backs 3-1. They have been on a massive roll.
Yeah, they haven't had many people slowing down the D-backs of late. D-backs and Braves. They've been hot.
Pretty good pitch called a ball. Cubs look like they're going to handle the Padres. Cubs now just kind of clinging on to that second wild card spot. High, it's 3-0 to Longoria.
Well, I think there's going to be some pretty interesting stories that develop in the wild card race in both leagues here before it's all said and done.
Well, having watched the Cardinals, I think they're going to win the Central.
Yeah, they impressed us in St. Louis.
See, the Cubs are 4.5 back. Longoria hits one into center field, but moving back is Reynolds, and now Reynolds, as he glides to the warning track, makes the catch. 4-2, Giants lead.
Park. It's not often that we give a shout out to an opposing player who made his debut, but we do when they're from San Francisco. Congratulations to James Marvel, a pitcher with the Pirates. He made his debut yesterday against St. Louis. Now, despite the loss, gentlemen, he had a very good debut. 5 innings pitched. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts on 85 pitches. Now, you're looking at his mom, Julie. She's a former PR director for the Warriors, and his dad, John, who had to go back to work. He was a columnist for several different Bay Area newspapers before becoming an executive with the NFL Network. James said that about 40 friends were able to make it out to PNC Park yesterday to cheer him on. It did not surprise me. That's how the Bay Area does it. Congratulations to the Marvel family.
Absolutely.
Guys.
What a great story.
It is a great story. And what a great athlete his mom was. She's an amateur champion golfer.
Cabrera takes a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Well, he's been fantastic in 7 games, 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA. Basically 2 pitches, a fastball that's low 80s and a rising curveball from the submarine position. He's a submarine guy.
Hit on the ground softly to Belt. Belt to Rogers. He comes back after falling behind 3-1, and here's Ozuna.
I mean, he's the only guy that we know of in the National League. We're not sure if there's a guy in the American League that can do this. There are plenty of guys that are sidearm, maybe low sidearm, but true submarine guys, he's kind of out there by himself, which is a great advantage. Why? Because hitters don't see it.
Well, look what inning he's pitching.
Yeah, I mean, he's setting up in a 2-run ball game.
There's a strike to Ozuna.
He's been in the big leagues about a month. Not even.
No, yeah, you're right. Less than that.
Just a bit low. Giants got some bad news today about Tony Watson, who, as you see the submarine motion, he's about 4 inches off the ground.
It's going to be Crawford as he moves out to shallow left field. 2 outs.
Tony Watson on the tag play that he had in the St. Louis series, he hurt his wrist. They sat on it a while. They had it MRI'd again. They found a crack in it. And this was the play. It was a great play from Watson. He gets the tag play and then turns around and still throws the ball to home, and it freezes the runner at third base. I mean, it was the play of the game. Giants won that. It was a 1-run ball game. They won it 9-8.
Mr. Rogers with a 1-2-3 8th inning. How about that? You're hearing the entire Rogers family right now.
By season 2016 they had 30. That was the most in the majors. 2017 22nd, or they had 22, is the 5th most in the National League. 2018 they had 30, the most in the majors. This year 17. It's tied for the 2nd fewest in the National League, and that is our BioFreeze relief moment.
The new pitcher is Richard Rodriguez. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Take a look at what he has done this year. Solid season, 3-5 with a 3.95 ERA, almost a strikeout in it. He's got a good fastball. It'll go low to mid 90s with a hard slider, basically a two-pitch guy.
Pilar doubled to open up the 6th. I'm watching right now, Mike. I don't see anybody headed down to the bullpen.
Well, that would mean only one thing. Tyler Rogers is going back out there.
Pilar on the ground to Tucker at short. Maximum effort, Sean Dunston style. 1 out.
Well, time to take a look at our upcoming TV schedule. It's brought to you by Wendy's. Giants going to finish out this 4-game set with the Pirates the next 3 days, and then over the weekend it's going to be the Marlins. And all games televised will be on NBC Sports Bay Area. And remember to download the My Teams app.
Here's Crawford. Crawford with a base hit in the 6th. On the ground to second. Newman to Ozuna. 2 outs. Johnny Cueto tomorrow. His first major league game since July of last year. See his 6 starts in the minors. And boy, when he's healthy, he's been good.
Yeah, we've missed him. He's fun to watch.
He is going to be psyched about tomorrow. Here's Jalen Davis, who's 0 for 2. He does have an RBI. Up the middle. Newman, off balance throw. No, he missed them. And it'll be a base hit.
And he needed that base hit.
Yes, he did. And it's going to give Dubon a chance to hit.
He's got good wheels, even with a big backswing. I mean, if Newman pulls this off, it would have been a great play, and he just needed to be a bit more accurate. But once it goes up the line, it gave Davis a chance to outrun it, and that's exactly what he does.
So here's Dubon, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Gustave is getting loose. We can only assume that Will Smith's back flared up when the Giants were in Los Angeles. That still may be the case. Up the middle, and another play for Newman, and that's going to end the inning. 9th inning coming up. Brandon Belt with 2 outs and 2 on. The Giants needed a hit, and he knocked it off the wall in center field. And that knocked in a pair. That's our chief drive of the game. As here's Rogers to the pinch hitter Kramer, and Crawford is going to have to make a brilliant play, and it's going to be a base hit.
That was a good play, just getting to the ball, not allowing it to center field. But he was so off balance on the reach going to his left that he couldn't get position to get enough on the throw. And Stallings, I mean, he got pretty good speed. Or Kramer, rather, I beg your pardon, who's pinch hitting.
So Bruce Bochy's coming out with Tucker coming up. Tucker's a switch hitter. So Rogers is going to depart when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. And here's Abad.
13th time he has come in, and he's been very good. Just 5 hits allowed in 8 the third innings, and he's got 4 good pitches. What we're really impressed with is his curveball. Got a fastball that can go low to mid-90s. Got a slider, good curveball, changeup.
So Tucker, he'll step up. Tucker doubled down the third base line off of Bumgarner in the second, or in the seventh. He's 1 for 3. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes. The big dog in this roster is on deck, and that's Josh Bell, as you see Gustave getting loose in the bullpen. Two and 0.
Becomes a big pitch. Gustave's trying to pound the knees to get that ground ball to get a double play. But now he's got to get in the zone here.
On the ground to third. Longoria is going to get the out at first, a double clutch, and they got him. That's the out you need anywhere.
Get one. And really, the runner at second base doesn't even matter with the 2-run lead. A little bit of a bobble here, but with Cole Tucker, who can run well, I mean, all of a sudden it can make you sweat a little bit if you're Madison Bumgarner in the clubhouse watching this game, try to get saved.
So Kurt Young's going to come out.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it. As you mentioned, Josh Bell is the big dog. 91 RBIs on the year. From the right side, he's knocked in 23. He's hit 8 of his 28 home runs. Or I beg your pardon, 114 RBIs on the year. 91 from the left side. Well, you know what he's going to be trying to do. There's the season he's had. It's an all-star season. Lots of power.
And he pulls the string on him, and it's no balls and 1 strike. No balls and a strike. Way outside.
Backed it up. Change up, change up. That was a power change up. Staying on a corner. Think location here. Cannot just challenge a guy who's had the year that Bell's had. You just can't do it. I'll give you 36 good reasons why you should. 36 home runs. So don't give me anything good to hit. Don't walk him. There's your challenge.
Two balls and a strike. And the fastball down low.
It's amazing how when 36 home runs steps to the batter's box, and he's the tying run, how everything in this ballpark kind of quiets down.
Plus everything slows down.
Because everybody's thinking the same thing. Very respectful 2-1 pitch.
So the walk. Elias Diaz is going to pinch hit.
So you had 36 home runs. You kind of walked to first base. Now you face a guy with 2.
But still, he may swing for it.
Well, he probably will. I mean, he's got that Pirate uniform on. I would expect nothing else but a guy trying to put his team ahead by 1.
Now you play the gaps if you're in the outfield.
But I do think he pitched Josh well appropriately.
And a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1, a hanger.
A big curveball, though. Not many guys are going to go up there looking for that. You can bite off a little more strike zone. Now, don't hang it again.
Up high, doesn't have a feel for that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kramer at second, Bell at first.
Well, he got the first pitch strike, and then he went to the corners. And the fish weren't biting now. He's got to get back in to that strike zone. This will be the biggest pitch he throws so far this inning, because he has to challenge. He needs a strike.
2-2.
We'll reach back velocity at 93. Now he's got another opportunity where he can go to a corner. He doesn't have to just go flat out challenge him like he did here on the 2-1 pitch.
Cat and mouse between Abad and Diaz.
Take your time, try and freeze him, throwing something down the strike zone, hope he chases.
Hit well to left. Yastrzemski back. And he makes the catch. He did not make the catch. And the bases are loaded. And they're going to throw to Belt, and everybody's safe.
Boy, from our perspective, we thought he caught the ball. I mean, he did not catch the ball, but it was deceiving. And if we couldn't see it, I think the same thing happened to Kramer at second base. So it goes over the glove. It comes right back up to him on the bounce. Kramer doesn't see that, so he freezes. And everybody's a little messed up here. But it winds up being a nice 2-strike at bat from Diaz. And he has to settle for a single and no RBI.
So Gustave's coming in. And the bases are loaded. So we'll be back.
New pitcher now for the Giants, Yandel Gustave. 17 games, 1.86 ERA. He does have a save on the year. Just 12 hits allowed in 19 1/3. You'll see a high sidearm delivery. You'll see a mid to high 90s fastball. Got a slider and a changeup. And he can put the ball on the ground.
Starlin Marte is now running a second for Bell. Here's Newman. Newman is 0 for 4. One ball and no strikes.
See what he has done this year with the bases loaded. He has been money. 16 RBIs and 12 at bats.
Line drive, base hit. It's going to score 1. No, it's not. This game is tied. So he does it again. The pinch runner, Marte, read it right away.
Take a look. A challenge at 96. He inside outs it the opposite way. And there's the read you're talking about for Marte. Davis never really had a chance.
Never had a chance. So here's Reynolds. And Reynolds takes a strike. And that pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ariano, the lefty.
The other lefty was the closer, right? Vasquez?
Yes.
So
Felipe Vasquez.
He went and sat down. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
A little anger behind that fastball. Well, Vasquez sat back down and now he's getting back up. So if the Pirates do take the lead here, he will be in the game. If it stays tied, you'll see Liriano.
Foul. On the left field line off the facing of the club level, it remains at 2-2. The 2-2. Not close.
Easy take. Well, now, I mean, this is a 1-out situation. You can't walk a runner over to third base, so he's got a challenge here. And Reynolds knows that.
And he got a pitch to hit, and he fouls it back.
It was a healthy challenge at 97 miles per hour and is out there in the outside corner. Reynolds fought up off a pretty good pitch.
front of Yastrzemski. Crawford, Longoria also giving chase, and it ends up being a foul. It stays at 3-2.
Sam Coonrod getting ready in a hurry. This is a red alert.
And the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Line drive. And it's going to be a base hit. And the Pirates take the lead.
Wow, what a great at bat from Reynolds. He worked it full. He got into a situation where he knew he was going to get a challenge. He fought off some fuzz. And another 3-2 challenge again. He inside outs it right back up the middle. Way spread out. Head stays completely still all the way through the swing. 2 strikes. He's taught to use the middle of the field, and he does effectively, and the Giants lose the lead.
Here's Melky Cabrera. And it's low. Infield hit, ground out, walk, single off the wall, single, single.
Giants were without their closer today, Will Smith, who still has a tight back.
Crawford to Dubon, and that's all they're going to get.
The Pirates are going to challenge that, or at least they're going to look at it. They're not convinced that Dubon had possession of the ball. As far off as Dubon was, it was going to be a difficult play for him to catch the ball and get a throw off. Yeah, I think this is going to stay. I think he had possession of it. Well, maybe not. He had it, but I don't know if he had possession when he touched the base. Pirates may have an argument here. Replay review is presented by Xfinity. He caught the ball. It was firmly in his glove, but he hadn't touched the bag yet. As he comes over the bag to make contact with the bag, he had to determine if there was a bobble there before he had touched the base to get the force.
I'd like to see where Dubon started out, because he got to the bag late.
He was off the bag a lot. I mean, he was playing more towards the hole than he was towards the base.
You do want to play double play depth, and if a ball is hit hard, it's going to see, that's quite a ways away from the bag.
That is. That gave him a tough angle.
Yeah, he needs to play a little bit closer to the bag.
And I'm not convinced he had possession of the ball when he touched the base either. It's going to be close.
Plus, it's what, 1/4 in New York?
You think those guys are still up?
No. They're making this call at Finity's right now.
They're looking up the number.
I wonder what Dave Fleming's saying.
Well, I don't think he's in favor of the replay. I mean, this is taking way too long.
It really is. There's Dave.
John Miller on the left, and as we all are, awaiting the call from New York. It's going to be close.
Well, if you're taking this long, yeah, then you have to worry a little bit more that they're going to flip this.
I think the longer it goes, the more it favors the Giants.
I think the longer it goes, the more aggravating it gets.
Yeah, that was too long. So as we expected, safe. Going to be an error on Dubon. Fielder's choice for Cabrera. 3 minutes and 28 seconds. It's too much.
So here's Ozuna. And he fouls it back, and it's 0-1. A long top of the ninth. Giants had everything under control until this inning started. Oh, and 2.
They're just trying to keep that deficit of 1. Strikeout situation for Gustave. Played by Posey. Gustave almost threw that ball right by him.
He's thrown 16 pitches. Davis near the line. He catches. Here's the throw home. It's a good one. And Buster could not hang on. It'll be a sacrifice fly.
Well, a great throw. Jalen Davis has momentum coming in. A one-hop seed. Posey goes up. And as he makes contact, the ball just pops out of his glove. Good, solid throw from Jalen Davis. But Posey had to go back and swipe tag with one arm. He couldn't protect the ball with his right hand on the tag.
And the pitch is in tight to. This is Pablo Reyes. It's 6-4 Pirates. Just popped up. Crawford's going to take charge, and that'll end the inning as that rattled around. All right, the work to do for the Giants. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Well, and if you like electric stuff, you've come to the right place. Felipe Vasquez has that stuff. 5-1 with 25 saves with a 1.74 ERA. And look at the strikeouts. 85 strikeouts against 57 in 57 innings. And he's allowed just 42 hits. How does he do it? Well, you're going to see a fastball that is a high 90s fastball, and occasionally he'll go into 3 digits. They've had him clocked as high as 101 this year. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup to go with it. All of them can strike you out. He's a rough at bat.
So Diaz is now catching Vasquez, and here's Donovan Solano, and he swings and misses. See, Colin Moran goes to third.
Get ready for velocity.
0-2.
And that was 100.
Slater on deck. And the pitch is high at 101. It's 1-2.
Vasquez is just so unique. Vasquez has got 4 weapons, and he's throwing 100.
Out of play.
I mean, you think back about Aroldis Chapman and all those years when he was with Cincinnati and the Yankees and Cubs. I mean, he's pretty much a 2-pitch guy. Throwing 100 with a slider. That wasn't even a really great slider for a long time. He's tightened that up as he's matured in this game. But Vasquez has got, I mean, he got 4 ways he can strike you out, set up by the 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Got him.
And there's the slider from the low 3/4 release.
So here's Slater.
That's illegal in 31 states. And it's probably a strike in only about 3 of them.
That's true. So Slater's going to hit with Buster Posey on deck. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
You know, there are a lot of left-handers. When you get pinch hit for, and you don't have to face a guy like Vasquez throwing 100 miles an hour from the left side. They're not that tore up about it. But knowing Mike Yastrzemski as we do, I gotta believe he's not too happy about it.
Well, I think he'd like to have a shot at this. One and two.
I mean, it gets on you quick. I mean, you can't think about anything else other than that. If you're thinking about the slider or the curveball or the changeup, that fastball is going to go right by you.
Got him. Here's Buster Posey. So a couple of statues here in the 90th.
Well, he 101 some right across the knees. Just a perfect pitch.
Now, Mr. Fairchild has got that right arm working.
I think he's had a good strike zone tonight.
Tapped to first. and that's the ball game. So for the Pirates, this is a nice come from behind win for them as they score 4 runs in the 9th inning after trailing by 2 runs, and they take game 1 of this 4-game series.
Well, and a frustrating loss for the Giants. I mean, they don't lose these games. Their bullpen is so good. A night when Will Smith's back was tight, he could not pitch the 9th inning, and then the other guys in the bullpen just could not put an inning together.
No Watson, no Moranta. You just can go down the list. So that's the way it goes, and you give credit to the Pirates as they win this one by a final of 6-4. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Giants postgame live, presented by Toyota, starts right now.